Good morning, chat. Child, I could have used the day off today, but I know I can't because I know for a fact one of my team members is not going to be there today. And this is the heaviest mail day. I had one too many drinks. Yeah, I can tell because my face is woo, child. But it was good going down. And the saddest part about the whole situation is I didn't prep for the drinking. And this is what happens when you don't plan to drink heavy and you still drink heavy. Yeah, this is what happens. Now I'm gonna tell you how it happened. Made me an old-fashioned with some cheap liquor, and I have been drinking this whiskey all weekend. And I've gotten back into drinking. Like, if you take a couple of days off, when you drink, it's just like if you are a weed smoker. After a little bit, if you take a little time off, when you do hit some weed, pretty much no matter what the weed is, whether it's regular, mid, or gas, right? You're going to feel it. Okay? Well, the same thing with alcohol. You know, if you've been drinking, you know, if you've been drinking, it's not going to get you high if you've been drinking lately. So I've been drinking pretty much all weekend. And usually I take a break during the week with alcohol. Or I take a break when basically I don't have the money to buy a bottle or whatever, right? Same thing with marijuana, with the weeds, anyway. And I had me an afternoon cocktail with my lunch, and then I chilled, I went to sleep, whatever. And then I wanted another one. And I had another. And another. And another. Until I passed out watching Top Boy. Right? I passed out because I wasn't feeling it. As a matter of fact, I went live on Instagram yesterday, kind of do a review of Top Boy, and I was pretty sauced up then. You know, I drank some water because I wanted the water to help. I wanted to drink the waters out of the containers, because they have been sitting in those containers, the containers that I have. You know, the water bottles, the reusable water bottles. And it's like, I need to drink this water. It's just sitting there looking pretty in the water bottles. So, wow, okay, I'm not that bold, but they were. So I had water, but I just didn't have a lot of water nor did I take an aspirin in the morning. That's how you, I mean, before I started drinking. So one after another, boom, 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 I woke up hungover at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I was woken up by my alarm. I knew I was going to be late to work because when I said it was my head was banging. It was like, hello, you sure you're going to make it to work today? I had a little lump in my throat. Ooh, child, if I could run over people that's ignorant, so those are kids. Shoot, can't do, I couldn't, even no matter how ignorant a child is, or big that child is. If you can tell it's a child, I can't do nothing to the kids. No, auntie loved the kids. But once they become an adult, boop, I'd run their asses over. They went across the street, the light was green. They weren't supposed to, but you can't. Thank God for that rule. But anyway, so I got up. I didn't even get up and get coffee. I drank some water. Took an ibuprofen. 2. You think my ass brought that ibuprofen? I sure didn't. And went back to sleep, and now I don't. The headache isn't as strong. I'll say that. I don't have that strong of a headache. I want to use my $2 gift certificate for Dunkin' Donuts to get donuts, but hunty, I don't think sugar is the thing I need right now. That's gonna do what I normally do. I've been doing for work. At work, is drinking coffee and eating ice. Until lunchtime, and then have my lunch that I meal prepped. But I am Dragon Ball Z. Okay, up in here. But come on, people. Well, they lucky my horn doesn't blow. It's not easy. I can't tap it in. I have to press. I have to press hard. Well, not that hard, but I do have to press it to get a horn beep out. Be sounding like New York City. But at any rate, so I am dragging, but thank God for ibuprofen, or I would be home. Thank God for ibuprofen, or I'd be home right now. That's all I gotta say about that. Thank God for ibuprofen, or I'd be home right now. And water. Well, see, water wouldn't have done the trick. It would not have restored my electrolytes. I guess if I had Pedialyte or something like that, or some Gatorade, that helps out too. Or really, electrolytes is really just salt water. That's all it is. So, if you trying to restore your electrolytes, because that's what Gatorade is. You do know that, right? That's salt water. Flavored salt water. It is a salt solution. So a lot of people think, let me lower my blood pressure by not drinking coffee. Let me drink this Gatorade. This is a sports drink. It is made to restore your electrolytes using salt water. It is not made to quench your thirst. It's not meant to quench your thirst. It's supposed to restore your electrolytes. So it's high in salt. Let me say, I don't want to say it's salt water, but That's basically what it is. And lemon juice. It's probably like lemon, salty lemon juice. The original Gatorade. I wonder what Gatorade is. I do know that there's a lot of sodium in it. There's a lot of sodium in it. And that helps. You'd be surprised, as much as they try to, oh, you want to get low sodium and da-da-da-da. I know a friend of mine who was hospitalized because he got sick because he wasn't eating enough salt. And he was, eating low sodium everything as a support to his wife who has a heart condition. So she can't eat a lot of salt. Oh, really? So my engine light just came on, and I'm assuming that the engine light is coming on because my gas is really low. So it popped on because my gas is low. You would say, well, why wouldn't the gas light come on? Usually I don't let my gas get this low. That part. So I am going to have to go to the gas station in Midtown. I think there's a way home I can go and I get some gas. See, now this is the time I should have got no, not me being sick, not today, but I should have got on the train. I should have got on the train. But it's enough gas that it'll get me back to my side, but the gas ain't no cheap over there either. I just was trying to get to work. But yeah, it was funny because I was watching DeVal, that couple, DeVal and I can't think of the name, but anyway, him and his wife, and he was talking about them being on vacation in Jamaica and his wife drinking a lot. Now they're pretty much in shape, you know what I'm saying? But because she was drinking so much at the poolside, she had these little belly rings, and like by the end of the day, she said she was so bloated that those belly rings were tight around her waist. And it's amazing how drinking, I could tell, like I'm not skinny by far, but I can definitely tell that I've been drinking all weekend because my face is much more puffier. So yeah, drinking does bloat you. I'll be taking a break. Oh, I won't be drinking for a minute. I drank entirely too much. I drank entirely too much. And I don't do this often. I really don't. I really don't overdrink. But it's that type of sick, that hangover is enough to tell, nah, though. I don't want nobody's alcohol. Nobody's. I know that looked like I was doing the JJ sign, right? I don't like the JJ. I like mine, but I don't like the JJ. I know, because I've tried. Okay? I'm just saying. Just not my thing. And I can't say, oh, I don't know it because I never tried it. I've tried it, and I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to drink, go back to drinking and smoking and doing all kinds of drugs, that's the only way I do it. Did I admit having a gay curious moment? You know, it was more of a freaky moment, and it was part of it. And I'm not ashamed of it at all. Nowadays, you're kind of silly if you can't admit that you've had a moment like that, male or female. I mean, I know it's still a little harder for men to admit that they had a homosexual moment. They tried it, they didn't like it. They say they didn't like it. It's kind of harder for them to go back to like, you know, Richard Pryor did it. Richard Pryor he did it. He said he had a whole relationship with a transgender woman who still had her man parts down there. Okay, and he said I had you know, well, it was maybe a few months of being in this relationship with this woman, sexual relationship with this woman, and he went back to being straight. He's like, I had it. It was good while it lasted. Moving on. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was. It's like, did it, that, and that. You know, no judgment. Okay, no judgment. I think men should be able to do that too. You know what I'm saying? I think men should be able to have that experience and say, I had it, wasn't for me. Are you trying to get in this lane or what? Okay, I had it, I tried it, just not something I want to do for the long term. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back to women. I know I like women because I've tried men. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I got to say about that. So this was just a random morning chat. Really just telling you what's on my mind. And what's on my mind right now is a whole headache. Well, no, I don't have the headache it's not as strong. It's very faint right now, which is actually the most irritating ones. Is the ones that it's like, I have a headache, but I don't. Anyway, you all have a good day. Pray for my recovery. Bye. Oh, remember, love yourself, love your neighbor, and stay authentic.